This news update is brought to you by This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Wednesday, September 17th, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. Good evening. A Barbadian businesswoman makes an impassioned plea for the country to accept 90 Nigerian students. The students were scheduled to arrive in the country last month, but the government postponed their arrival due to the outbreak of Ebola in West Africa. And the plan is to have an isolation unit set up here first to deal with any cases before allowing them in. However, Donna St, who's involved in the effort to get the students here, is assuring the country that the 90 who are set to study hospitality management are Ebola-free. St. Hill told a forum on Ebola last night that the students have been subjected to numerous tests and will receive further testing before coming here.
We are willing to subject them to further tests so that there's a definitive proof, not only for their own sake and because we don't want them to come to Barbados, a country that I've spoken so highly about to them, and experience prejudice or any hysteria because they're coming from Nigeria. And also for the protection of my own country, which I love. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize, our status in the world in terms of our health and the rest of the social infrastructure.
Minister of Education Ronald Jones last weekend said Barbados was not closing the door on the students or any other Africans wanting to come here, but he said precautions had to be taken first. A Bulgarian woman will face the District B Magistrates Court tomorrow on a number of drug charges. 28-year-old Nikolina Slavova was arrested at the Grantley Adams International Airport yesterday after arriving from St. Vincent in transit from London. She's been charged with possession with intent to supply, trafficking and importing 3 kilograms of cocaine. The drugs were found in a false compartment in her luggage. The second phase of government's $6.5 million road rehabilitation project heads north. Minister of Transport and Works Michael Lashley and other ministry officials today toured roads at Josie Hill and Lamberts in St. Lucie. MP for the area, Dennis Kelman, welcomed the works for the constituency, saying that it would alleviate some of the challenges which residents were facing.
I am very glad today that we have tackled this issue. As you know, we have been speaking about these roads in the north of the island for a very long time. And the reason why it was not done before was because of the cost of doing it. The minister and the cabinet of Barbados, they have been able to find cheaper funds, and that is why we are in the process now of launching this program. We are extremely grateful to be counted in, because previously we were a book figure, whereas previously $35 million was said to be done, work to be done in St. Lucie some years back, but we have not seen any of that money. So we look forward for this project.
Meantime, Lashley says the works are needed.
It certainly was mandated to look at St. Lucie. It's now part of the $10 million program. There's also when the IDP program comes and it is reality, certainly St. Lucie will be part of that too. There's $140 million. We also have another program, and we also have to do St. Lucie.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
West Indies women took an unassailable 3-0 lead in their 4-match one-day international series against New Zealand today. The Caribbean women secured a crushing 8-wicket victory at Warner Park, Basseterre St. Kitts. Batting first, the White Ferns were bundled out for a paltry 69 in 32.2 overs, with Rachel Priest getting the top score of 19. Pacer Shakira Selman did the most damage, claiming 5 for 15, while off-spinner Anisa Mohammed snared 3 wickets for 11 runs to complete the demolition. West Indies women then romped to 72 for 2 in the 18th over for the easy victory. Star batters Stephanie Taylor and Deandra Doughton finished unbeaten on 23 and 21 respectively. The final ODI is on Friday. To Trinidad, where environmental activist Dr. Wayne Kubla Singh today began an indefinite hunger strike outside the building housing the office of Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesar. He is protesting the construction of a segment of a multi-million-dollar highway. Flanked by members of his highway reroute movement and relatives, the environmentalist vowed to stick to the action until he meets with the Prime Minister. This is the second time that Kubla Singh has taken such a stance against the project. Back in 2012, he staged a 21-day hunger strike. On the international front, a rocket attack by pro-Russia rebels killed 10 civilians and injured 12 others in eastern Ukraine today. According to the military, 9 civilian buildings were destroyed in the attack after rebels fired Russian-made rockets near the village where Ukrainian forces are positioned. The attack is the latest report of violence amid a shaky ceasefire in the region. And that's where we end our 6 o'clock update. We'll be back again at 7 in the morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and our email updates, and of course, like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Dawn Paris. Have a great evening.
This news update is brought to you by